Okay. Sit down. I need to tell you about a property dispute. Last time, a wolf borrowed an entire grandmother, and I knew whose side I was on the whole time. Today? Today, two hungry children find a house made of candy and eat it. The homeowner is elderly. The damage is structural. And that is the least criminal thing that happens in these woods. I have never switched sides in the middle of a file before. Today, I do it twice. This is not a fairy tale. This is a property dispute where the property is edible. Let's go. Fairy Tale Flip. Episode 5. Hansel and Gretel, a property dispute story. Or, as the file reads, Breaking and Entree. Meet the homeowner. An old woman, deep in the woods, and her house is desert. Gingerbread walls, icing in the seams. A fence made of... that's candy cane. The fence is candy cane. Now, normally this is where I tell you about the victim's lovely life and we all get attached. And we will. But first, 3 questions this file cannot answer yet. 1. The walls. Who builds with dessert in a climate with rain? 2. The address. No road comes here, no path. You cannot visit this house. You can only get lost near it. 3. The oven. Folks, that is not a cookie oven. That is a walk-in. Flag all 3. We're coming back. Lovely weather for baking, says the old woman. Baking what, Mum? Baking what? Meanwhile, at the edge of the woods, a woodcutter's cottage, and inside it, a famine. Meet Hansel and Gretel. Small, hungry, sharing one blanket and 0 information about what happens next. Because downstairs, the grown-ups have a plan for the food shortage. And the plan, I need you to sit with this, is lose the children in the woods on purpose. That's the plan from the parents. Count 1, the drop-off. Victims, the 2 smallest people in the file. Except Hansel hears the whole thing, and Hansel has a plan of his own. Pebbles. White pebbles, moonlit, dropped one at a time on the walk out. And the next morning, 2 little shadows follow them all the way home. We're home, says Hansel. The parents' faces. Foreclosure reversed by a 9-year-old with gravel. So they try again. Deeper. Darker. And this time no pebbles. The door was locked overnight. So Hansel improvises with the only thing he owns. Bread. He drops his own dinner on the ground as data storage. It's clever. It's brave. It has one flaw. The forest has birds. By morning, the trail is gone. The entire backup eaten. I know you don't believe me. A security system defeated by songbirds. And folks, we didn't even call the professionals this time. They called us. They said, and I'm quoting, "The birds speak to us." Sure. That was their final film for this program. They've gone independent. They said our material no longer challenges them. It's birds eating bread. Exhibit A, the breadcrumbs. The first piece of evidence in this series to get eaten. And 2 children are now officially lost, deep in the exact woods where nobody gets lost for free. 3 days, no food. And then, through the trees, they smell it before they see it. Gingerbread. Warm gingerbread. A whole house of it. Now, you're starving, you're 8. I'm not going to pretend a snack doesn't happen here. But watch the escalation. They start with the windowsill. Fine. A shingle. Okay. Then Hansel snaps a piece off the roof and Gretel punches out an entire pane of sugar glass window. Folks, that is not snacking anymore. That is demolition with a flavor profile. Goldilocks, and I never thought I would say this, Goldilocks at least used a bolt. Then from inside, a voice. Nibble, nibble, little mouse. Who is nibbling at my house? And Hansel, mouth full of load-bearing gingerbread, says, It's only the wind. The wind? He billed the weather. Count 2, the snack. The damage is structural. Chew responsibly. The door opens, and out comes the sweetest old lady in the forest. She's not angry. 2 children just ate her window, and she offers them pancakes, apples, milk, 2 little beds with clean white sheets. Come in, dears. No harm done, says the old woman. And I was furious on her behalf. I had the invoice drafted. This show has prosecuted people for porridge. And then, the file answered its own 3 questions. The walls. Who builds with dessert? Someone using dessert as bait. The address. Who lives where no path goes? Someone whose only visitors are lost children, and lost children aren't missed for days. The oven. You already know about the oven. Bait. Isolation. Intent. She didn't build a house, folks. She built a trap with gutters. This show is called Fairy Tale Flip. Consider it flipped. Count 3, the bait, and I withdraw the invoice. Morning. Hansel wakes up in a cage she had ready. You don't improvise a cage, folks. That is pre-installed guest infrastructure. The plan, per the record, feed Hansel up for dinner, not dinner as a guest. Count 4, the cage. Gretel gets put to work, hauling water, stirring pots, catering her own brother's... I'm not finishing that sentence. But here is what the witch did not factor. Her eyes are terrible. Every morning she checks on the fattening up. Stretch out your finger, boy. And every morning Hansel hands her a chicken bone. A bone. And it works. For weeks. The hostage is falsifying his own paperwork, and the audit can't see. And Gretel? Gretel is quiet. Gretel is carrying water, counting steps, memorizing the kitchen, clocking the latch. Keep your eye on the little sister. Everyone in this story underestimates her. Don't you do it too. Week 4. The witch is done waiting. Bone or no bone, today we bake. She fires the oven and tells Gretel to crawl in and check if it's hot enough. see it? Gretel sees it. Gretel has seen it for weeks. I don't know how, says Gretel. Show me. 4 words, folks. The most efficient sentence in the history of this program. The witch leans in to demonstrate, and Gretel closes the account. The witch, for the record, is fine. The oven was still on preheat, and there's a safety latch on the inside, which, on a person-sized oven, tells you everything about the previous menu. She crawled out hours later into early retirement. That's canon now. Don't write in. Count 5. The oven. Ruled self-defense before I finished stamping it. Gretel springs the cage, and on the way out they find the pantry. Pearls, jewels, a retirement fund with no receipts. They take all of it. Count 6. The jewelry. Damages, self-awarded. And then they leave, through the front door. The door! First exit in this series to use one. I'm not crying, you're crying. So let's review the file. The drop-off, the breadcrumbs, the snack, the bait, the cage, the oven, the jewelry. 6 counts, 1 exhibit, 3 defendants, and the only clean record in these woods belongs to a duck. Yes, a duck. It ferried them across the river one at a time. Gretel ran the load calculations. Even the getaway had an engineer. The kids made it home rich. Their father cried for a week. The co-author of the drop-off has, per the record, moved out. I did not ask. And the witch? Rebuilding. In brick. Ask the pigs. The pigs charged her a licensing fee. The locksmith looked at the old place and declined the job. You cannot deadbolt dessert. We're never eating anyone's house again, says Gretel. Probably, says Hansel. So here's your fairy tale flip moral, folks. If the free sample is an entire house, you are the product. Chew responsibly. Next time on Fairy Tale Flip, a princess drops her golden ball down a well and a frog fetches it back for a price. Dinner at her table, a place at her pillow. She agrees to all of it, grabs the ball, and runs. Your Highness, a verbal contract is still a contract. See you then.